Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. Welcome. Happy Friday going into our first away game of the season. I said I'll pop on for about 20 minutes before I head off to Dublin for the night. Busy week ahead. I have my little girls over for a week to Scotland. So might get them to Paradise for a stadium tour, we shall see. But we have a busy weekend to come. Celtic play Hibs away on Sunday, 12:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. It looks like we're starting to pick up a few gears and looks like we're about to get Idah finally. I'm sick of being talking about Idah on this channel so many times. But is there certainly all welcome in. The four you tuning in. I didn't plan to come on. I just said I'll pop on when I have a bit of time to kill for like 20 minutes. So is there all certainly welcome in. Matt O'Reilly to talk about. Jeffrey Schlupp as well. We've been linked with Crystal Palace midfielder Jeffrey Schlupp that played for Leicester before Brendan Rodgers even joined Leicester. He played for Leicester 150 times, but Kasper Schmeichel won the Premier League. He can play left back as well. His transfer market value is 7 million, and he's currently 31 years of age. Going to be 32 in December. A guy that's represented Ghana over 24 times as well. He's played for Crystal Palace 250 times, 5'10". So it's a bit of ammunition. We the reports today from the Daily Mail that Celtic have inquired about the transfer of Jeffrey Schlupp. The most important thing is he has 1 year left on his deal, the Palace deal. So I do apologise if I pronounce his name wrong. So I said I'll pop on, have a chat with you. Haven't done any live streams this week, so hopefully to do a live stream tomorrow night as well. Build up to the game. We'll obviously be talking about who should be playing, our form, Hibs form, obviously early games this season. A lot of people are tipping Hibs to be relegated as well, which is crazy enough to think. But they have obviously cut the application as well in the South Stand. So I'm looking forward to Sunday, but hopefully, you never know, we might get Idah in. We're in advanced talks with Norwich between a deal of 6 million up to 8 million pounds. So 6 million with additional add-ons, which will value up to 8 million pounds for the 23-year-old Republic of Ireland international. Look, we know what Idah can produce for Celtic. Aerial threat, good at holding the ball, skillful, penalty taker, good attributes. Was dealt with a lot by Celtic fans when he was linked with a move, the Celtic third choice at Norwich, and he came in, he done the job, he won us the double, some important goals, some important assists as well, and the link-up play with Kyogo, and plus he gave Kyogo, run for his money because we had Owen there, but Owen didn't really feature after the Kilmarnock game back at the end of January. So get the comments in. Brendan Rodgers was asked today about Matt O'Reilly in the press conference, and he's came out and said that he wants Matt to stay, doesn't want Matt to move on. But if the right offer comes along and hits the valuation of the player and the club are happy with, Matt will move on. 3 weeks today, the transfer window will close, folks. I will try do a deadline day video. I'm actually in Glasgow that weekend, so I'll be able to come on and have a chat with you. So I'll be looking forward to birthday weekend. My birthday is on the 2nd of September, the day after the derby. So I will be here that weekend. So we will be doing a deadline day podcast. I don't know how long I'll be on for. It just depends on how many day it goes anyways. But get the comments in. 23 people tuning in. Do subscribe. As I said, Matt O'Reilly, a lot of talk in the town about Brighton Hone Avenue looking to get him. There's 25 million reportedly, add-ons of another 4 million. That was reported from Dello TV in Italy that Brighton were interested. And there was Atalanta as well, the Europa League winners. They put in a couple of bids that weren't even hitting near the valuation, not even near half the valuation that what Celtic fans would even want for Matt O'Reilly. But we could want 40 or 50 million as fans, but it's what the club want. A lot of fans are frustrated that there's not enough players being brought in just yet. But folks, I'm one of them fans, but at the same time, the way Brendan spoke today regards to Idah rumours, he's looking to get that over the line. We didn't dismiss it. Celtic are active in the window and they're trying to get players in that suit the profile, that are quality, not quantity. We learned from last season's mistakes of bringing 9 players in the door, and half them were duds. Half them weren't even up to the level. If I had my way, I'd still get rid of Yang. I think Yang is not good enough. I would probably terminate Kwan's contract. I know he had a spell at St. Mirren. I just think, Kowabashi, get rid of him. There's reports that James McCarthy has finally left Celtic as well. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. As much as some of us are losing the heads, losing patience, we're getting there slowly. I think it's because we know that there's money in the bank and we want to see it being spent in the squad. And we know that we're in a Champions League, new format of 4 home games, 4 away games. We've Champions League up to the end of January. Our first Champions League game will more likely kick off on the 17th of September, between the 17th and the 19th. So interesting times. As I said, it's a new season. Premier Sports will be showing more league games as well. They're the home of the League Cup and the Scottish Cup. And then Amazon as well will get a couple of Champions League games in there as well. So we've a lot to look forward to this season. There could be bumps and bruises. We played well last week against Kilmarnock, but it was a home game. Kilmarnock were coming off a defeat in Europe, getting knocked out of, the Europa League qualifying stages. Now they have to concentrate on the Conference League. But look, we turned up and we done well. I've Schmeichel on the back of this jersey, by the way, just to let you know. Big Casper Schmeichel. I can't remember the last time I actually bought a Celtic goalkeeper jersey. I think going back to 2017, the Illumis one, the Gordon one. But yeah, we will get players in. They will get players in, and at the end of the day, it's plenty of time. 3 weeks to go. If it's as I said, my conspiracy on the whole situation, I think it's going to change with Adam Idah, the whole prediction about Adam Idah. I said it was going to go down to transfer deadline day to get Idah in. I think Idah will be in the next 72 hours. That's my prediction. Regardless of Matt O'Reilly, I'm going to change from a deadline day deal to the week before. I think we'll keep Adam Idah this weekend, but I think it will be a club that will come in and play the valuation. His professional attitude and training, Brendan keeps talking about, is good. He's brushing off. He has a mental health coach as well that's getting him through it. So is McKenna still available now? He's joined Las Palmas. He joined Las Palmas yesterday. So it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen, Plunge. As I said, Celtic in advanced talks, 6 million plus add-ons, and get it over and done with as soon as possible. I know he might come up here and then he might be twice as good as he was the 6 months, or he could be an absolute dud. And I think looking at what we've seen of him for that 6 months in a Celtic shirt, but the 5 months in a Celtic shirt, done pretty decent. He helped us win the league, Brendan's quite confident that we'll get Idah in and 2 or 3 others as well. And I'm going to talk about Jeffrey Schlupp as well, that plays for Crystal Palace. The Daily Mail basically put out an article saying that Celtic have inquired about the Ghanaian midfielder. With a guy that has a lot of experience. As I said, he played 150 games for Leicester City, won the Premier League for Leicester City. He's played 250 games for Crystal Palace, Edwards' team. He's done well over pre-season. I looked at a couple of tweets and stuff on X, and people were boasting him up as well. But yeah, not bad. He can play left back as well. 31 years of age, 1 year left in his deal. I hope it's not a loan deal, because I won't be happy. I don't mind if we get 2 players in on decent fees and get a loan move. It's just the way the market's going. With the English Championship kicking off this weekend, you'll see players being, maybe transfer listed. Players that might not be a part of the manager's plans going to competitive football. The Charity Shield starts this weekend as well. Going to Easter Road for Celtic is not going to be an easy one. Brendan Rodgers has only won there once, and that was last season thanks to Adam Idah's 2 penalties. So yeah, I'll stay on for another 10 minutes, folks. I have to go and get a flight to Dublin and then be back tomorrow morning. So I have a busy week with me 2 little girls. They're coming over for the week. So I'll try to get as much content as I can up over the next 7 days when the girls are over. So looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. I'm actually quite nervous about Sunday, to be honest. I was talking to someone today in my job, and they were like, "Oh, we should blow Hibs away." And I was like, "Don't know about that, man. I really don't know about that." Hibs like to step up that game against Celtic, always against Celtic, and I know they have a new manager. They've always had that, floating around Sir Gray, but he's now the permanent manager. But that's it. He played 29 games last season, McLaughlin P. 29 games, 3 goals as well last season. So it's not bad. Not bad. He's represented Ghana as well over 24 times. 5'10". Not bad. What height is Greg Taylor actually? Looks small, a bit smaller. Is he probably a bit smaller than that? We'll have a look now. 2 seconds. I think we will get a centre back in. I can't see Welsh going. As I said, it's going to be 8 players that they need on the roster for Scottish homegrown players on the roster, so they can for the UEFA paperwork. Or if we can't hit that criteria, the squad gets trimmed for this. So Greg Taylor, what height is Greg Taylor? Just let me have a look. He's 5'7", so it's a bit of height there. I think and plus he's worked with Kasper as well at Leicester. It was a massive part of that Premier League team, that Leicester team, to go on to do it. Who do you think will be available for left back? It depends. To be honest with you, there's no point in me darting names and saying, "Oh, I think this player will be available for left back," because I don't know where Celtic and what market Celtic are looking in. Is it a case that they are looking at the Premier League and looking to get a left back, a second choice left back, or someone that's, a versatile player that can play in this position? I really don't know. There's no point in me saying, never seen. Well, your best bet is Gaddafi Sentex. Your best bet is I'm going by the stats. I wasn't going by looking at YouTube videos, to be honest with this, before I jumped on. YouTube is your best bet. Looking at the videos and see what he's like. See the new away kit. Yeah, I'm a fan of it. It's been mixed opinions over the new away kit. There it is. There. That's it. There. It's not the greatest picture, but it's a camouflage kit. Some people are saying, "Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's nice." Everyone has different opinions. At the end of the day, let Celtic do the pre-launch of the actual kit and see what's like. And let's have a look at the back of it. I think it could probably be black shorts, to be honest. We'll see. We shall see. Let's see now. But if you can subscribe to the channel as well, folks, we really appreciate it. The numbers are flying up over the last 6 weeks, and I really appreciate the support. The sooner I get to this 18,000, the better. I have my own individual targets that I kind of want to hit, and this is why we do the podcast. This is why we do daily videos, if I can do them, because my busy life, I got a full-time job. I've Dublin to go back to every weekend, most weekends. And have a relationship on top of that to work with as well, and do this. So appreciate as much as I can. As I said, if I can't get on, I can't get on. I know some people say, "Well, you don't have to explain yourself, Keith." But some people wonder why, big news comes out. Why is Keith not talking about it? Why is Keith not on the channel? I'm busy. I don't make money off this anymore. I used to make money off YouTube. I've been demonetized. The only money I make is someone joining the membership, or someone's giving me a super thanks. So it's just very hard to get on when I have other stuff going on in the background. So in a good way, it's keep me all distracted. Keeping O'Reilly, do you think? I honestly believe we'll keep O'Reilly as long as we can until the right valuation comes in. Brendan's came out and said it today that they want to keep O'Reilly His professional attitude has been brilliant as well. He's had a really good pre-season. But if the right money comes in for the player and the club are satisfied, he will go. And he has mentioned as well that we do have contingency plans as well. So Bernardo wasn't O'Reilly's backup. So far, we've only spent 4.5 million in the window. And realistically, we've got rid of players. Bosun Lahal is going to Stoke for 2 million. So we really haven't touched the actual wallet. It's money that's coming in and we've been spending it. So that will frustrate a lot of fans. But there's 3 weeks to go, folks. If Celtic want to be ambitious and, you know, make a statement in the Champions League, make a statement and actually go out and do well and, you know, push for playoff football in February next year, you have to go out and invest in the squad. It's simple as that. Simple as that. Because we're not skint. We don't have big court cases like Rangers do, that 9.5 million of home. We have record revenue coming through. They've done well and they've announced at the stock exchange. The actual profits will be announced next month, and reportedly is meant to be over 120 odd million. So if that's what it is, and we're not even pumping 30 million into the core asset, which is the squads, what are we dealing with? What are we dealing with? I'm sure Peter Lawwell and Michael Nicholson and the rest of the board members will invest in the squad. But it's, you know, it's getting the right player in. There's no point of us going out and signing 5 or 6 players. Brendan has said it so many times on the channel where, well, not on the channel, in the press conferences, that we could have 5 or 6 in 3 or 4 weeks ago. But it's suiting the culture. It's suiting the style of football. It's getting someone that actually has experience like Jeffrey Schlupp or Kasper Schmeichel. You know, we're very different to a lot of football clubs, our fans, because our fans in particular, because we're a club that runs on success, that has trophy upon trophy. You know, we're going for 55 league titles this season. You know, we have that European Cup in our history. We demand success because there's a lot of money pumped in to the club from the fans. You know, there's a lot of money from commercial TV revenue, but we need to start using it in a more effective way, and we don't use it in an effective way. I think it hit us back in the face. I believe we will walk away with this league comfortably. I'm more concerned about making a point in Europe. I'm more concerned about winning the league and going into this time next year and playing playoffs. And if that's Brendan's final season, I want players brought in that are maybe 25, 26, even if they're going 30, that we have 2 or 3 years left in these players, and we can build on that. You know, football markets are strange places. As I keep saying in the channel, hundreds and hundreds of times, it's not that easy to just go out and get a player. Yeah, money talks, but it's their background of getting medicals done, you know, the agent negotiating it, the 2 clubs in the discussions, their family circumstances as well. You know, it's the international clearance. There's a lot goes on in the background. It's not like FIFA where you just sign a player. It doesn't work like that. But 9.5 million, that's reportedly they're meant to be owned out to Hummel. But just give me a second because I have to go in a couple of minutes. Let me see, has that flight even? Gate closed. Right, let me see. Can I get an update on this? Happy days. Thank you. So if you can appreciate, if you could go on and join the membership for 99 pence, it'd be good. About a handful of people, it's good. It's good point as well. Biscuit tin approach. Some people may say it is a biscuit tin approach, but time will tell. Let's judge the window at the end of it. As much as I complain and moan about players not being brought in, you know, the race isn't finished yet. We have enough in that squad at this moment in time. We should have a striker in the next couple of days if it's Adam Idah. As I said, Morosky, it looks like that's not going to happen. I think Celtic have their eyes on getting Idah in before Morosky. 2 or 3 more in, exactly. Seeing that Lahal is a medical worth of the 3 million. That, look, we made good business on this. We got this guy back in 21 from Watford. I think he played 1 or 2 competitive games for Celtic total. Went to Fleetwood last season on loan when Scott Brown was there. Transformed from a centre back to a midfielder. Scored 6 goals as well for Fleetwood. We'll see what happens. You know, a happy retirement to Callum McGregor as well, with regards to his international career. 7 goals, 63 appearances. How did Ange get these players in so quick, mate? Because he knew how to tap into different markets, regards to the Asian markets. Look at not all Ange's signings were great. You know, we done well with Yakimakis. We done well with Yosef. We done well with obviously getting Jota on the permanent, Carter Vickers on the permanent, Joe Hart. I'll see what happens. I just think, you know, maybe Ange is just more stubborn as a manager than Brendan is. I really don't know. The media haven't mentioned the court case because, yeah, you know why. So let's see. What's the point on blowing on a lot of players on the Champions League? You can't even make guarantee we're going to get out of it because you need to move up a level. There's no point staying at the same level. It's good winning trebles. It's good getting the Hampden every year, maybe 4 times a year at Hampden. But it's the most important thing is moving up as a club, as a fan base. Like, there's no excuse for us not to move up. We have money there, and you have to pump it into the squad. You just want to keep doing the same thing. You know, let's move up a level. You know, one of the best support clubs in the world, one of the best stadiums in the world, one of the best atmospheres in the world. Why can we not do the final piece, which is winning games in Europe? You know, that's the most important thing. Yeah, the bread and butter is the league, but you need to make statements. Like, it all comes together when you think about it. If you start winning games in Europe, your coefficient goes up. If you don't pump money into your team and you keep getting wellied in Europe, FIFA scores from Brendan's first term around, what happens is you go in and start playing playoffs, qualifiers, because Scottish teams are not doing well in Europe. You need to do well in Europe and you need to invest in the squad. It's simple. What you put in comes back out, as you say. Not last season, but we'll get there. Okay, we had a couple of decent results last season, but didn't know. Rangers had a hard court case. Yeah, they have a court case. It's not a lot to talk about. I'll just look it up. There's no Europa League drop down anymore. Exactly, because there's more money involved. There's 2 extra games. So them 2 games are basically the equivalent of a knockout round in Europa. They're a bit quicker than that, sooner than that, because Europa would have been mid-February. But yeah. So folks, I'm going to jump off. Just to recap, we're in advanced talks with Norwich over Adam Idah. We've acquired about a left back who plays midfield as well for Crystal Palace called Jeffrey Schlupp, and Matt O'Reilly. Celtic, if the right offer comes in, Celtic will listen. At this moment in time, Brendan Rodgers has made it clear that Matt O'Reilly is still a Celtic player and he's a good attitude, and we just have to keep ticking on it the way it is. He's in a long-term contract, but if that valuation's triggered, he will go. You know, do you think Celtic will go unbeaten this season? Ask me that question at the end of the window. At this moment in time, I can't even answer it. Ask me that in 3 weeks' time, and I'll give you a defined answer then. You know, Strachan size were the best, you know. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there, folks. Do subscribe. 64 people are tuning in. If you want to join the membership, 99 pence. Click the YouTube channel below the main video. You'll see join, and that's it. Okay, thanks very much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow night sometime. Probably try get on about 9 o'clock for, you know, preview for the Hibs game, and hopefully we might have a bit more news by then. Take care, folks. Hail, hail. All the best.